So, Mary, we were talking the other day about your emotions and keeping them level.
Yeah.
And then we gave a simple way that anyone can do to reset them or ground them or center, which was breathing.
Yeah. But I feel like a lot of people are talking about breathing now. Ever since yoga became popular, we've been being like taught how to breathe. That sometimes I think it's too easy and people really don't think that it's that big of a deal. But it really is, right?
It really is. Actually, we'll just go into a simple thing. Most of us either hold our breath when we're stressed or shallow breathing. And if anyone here can just look and say, okay, how was I just breathing? It's not natural for us, for some reason, to breathe deeply. I mean, that's really our natural state. But because of our conditioning, the high stress we're in, we shallow breathe.
Well, yeah, and if you want to know what that looks like, just watch a baby breathe.
That's right.
That's how we're supposed to be breathing.
Or an animal that's nice and relaxed. Right? An animal in panic will be short breaths.
Yeah.
But when they are really relaxed, they're deep breathing, right? So you're right. Let them teach us, right? But today I was thinking breathing is the number one way to reset. But we're going to talk about different grounding techniques. And when someone's all flustered, and then, like, say I'm all flustered, right? What are you going to tell me? I'm like, oh my God, this is going on.
Yeah.
What are you going to tell me?
Breathe.
Center.
Yep.
And I'll be like, yeah,
well, most people will say relax.
Yeah, relax. But like, what does that mean? I'm in a hyper state.
Yeah. I wish we had like a button we could push and just reset.
That would be nice,
that
right?
That would be easy.
Yeah, the easy button.
Yes.
Yeah. So how can you reset yourself? And that's what grounding and centering mean, is a reset. So imagine your nervous system is excited. Your thoughts are going crazy. You're kind of disconnected from your higher self at that point. Not really disconnected. You're just not hearing and not feeling the energy, but it's still there. So that reset is so important. And what that does is, let's just say you were told something which puts you into an immediate panic. Now because you're in panic mode, you're just looking at the problem with a very narrow vision of the problem.
Yeah.
When we're able to reset or ground, what that does is gives us the ability to look at the issue from different perspectives, from that person's perspective, from this. What will this lead into the future? How can I really help the situation instead of add to the situation?
Yeah.
So that's what the grounding and centering does.
So if you can imagine you're in a car with somebody who's having road rage and they are in a panic, they are so focused on what they're angry about that they are actually being more dangerous than that person on the road because of their behavior. So they can't see the other options, right? You go around them, you turn down a different road, there's like other options that you can do, right?
Yeah. And then their anxiety brings more chaos and more chaos. And then someone sitting beside you might say, breathe. And the person's in their chaos is like, why should I breathe? But if they do, it's a reset. But I would take that to a step further. You breathe and you hold it for as long as you can. You're driving. You don't want to get close to passing out.
Yeah.
All right? Like, be smart about it. So you're breathing, you hold it, and then you release. And do that 2 or 3 times. You can take that a step further and say, you're breathing in, you hold it, and in your head you say, I am. The I am statement is a very centering, bringing you back to your core, that divinity within you, that reset. Funny, some lady was telling me she's scared to say I am. I'm like, why would you be scared to say I am? She says it comes with too much responsibility, because then I'm taking responsibility for my actions. And I don't want to take responsibility for my actions or my life because, say, if I fail, I'd rather give my power away and just go with the flow on things. And that was a really interesting aspect. I've never heard that one before. So I said, okay, so she has a fear of her own power. So I said, okay, if that scares you for now, then just breathe without saying the I am.
Yeah.
And then, work on that at a later
So are there
time.
other ways that we can ground other than breathing?
Absolutely. So the way there's many ways I ground.
I know touch a tree. So somebody taught me that.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you like and you can feel the energy, and even if you can't feel the energy, a tree is a 5-dimensional being. It loves you so much. It's part of Earth that loves us so much. So when you hug a tree, touch a tree, talk to a tree, its energy will bring you into a state of calmness.
Yeah.
And ground you.
Well, and we're hearing a lot about, spending time in nature, and that we're not doing that so much anymore. Walking in nature, just being in nature, just sitting around nature is very calming and very healthy.
Being by a body of water. There's something about that element of water that is very calming. I love being around water. So that's another one. Sometimes just talking, you can be anywhere. So now let's say someone's in their condo, they need to ground. They can't go walking outside barefoot or in nature. They need to ground now. What can they do? Well, imagine that your condo floor, wherever you are, everything leads to the earth is grounded. So if you simply, by intention, ask Mother Earth to bring that energy up to your feet and into your body, whether you sense it or not, it will work because you ask and you will receive. Something that a lot of people don't know, although it seems so logical, is our bodies are from Earth. Everything that's created is from Earth. So when you ask for Earth's assistance, it's given.
But what's the big deal? Like, why do we want to be grounded? Like, how does that help us if we're grounded?
Well, it'll calm your nervous system. It'll connect you more to your divinity, your higher self, your innate guidance. And then it allows you to see things in a different perspective. But if you're running in stress, fear, worry, anxiety, and then you're presented with a problem, what's going to happen? You're going to react. You're reacting out of your own triggers, your fears. You're not really who you are. It's all your programming that you're reacting with. When you ground or center, you now have the ability to respond. And that's where your power is. For instance, I'm out and about. I can ground myself very easily. I get thrown off. If some stranger starts coming at me and yelling at me, especially if I'm with my daughter, I go into protection mode, and I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Now, of course, I have to deal with what's there immediately.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's nothing. I just go into this. I have to re-ground myself and say, all right, so what do? I breathe. That's a natural one. And I know how to center myself very quickly. But then all of a sudden, I can think so much more clear.
Yes.
And the guy is coming at me yelling, not because he's mad at us. He was just trying to tell me that, hey, over there's a coyote, and you're going for a walk with your daughter.
Oh.
He's coming at me in panic, and then I'm feeling his panic, so I'm getting panic. I can't hear him.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, what's he going to do to me and my daughter? But all he was trying to say in his panic was, hey guys, be careful, there's a coyote up there. I just saw it up on the trail.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have heard that. I would have heard, run for your life, I'm going to kill you. But
this happens in families all the time, where somebody in the family is causing some chaos or stress, and all of a sudden you freeze, and you go, because you're falling into their panic and their stress, and you freeze, and you don't know what to do or say, and then you go into your programming, which can be just as unhealthy, because that's the only thing you have access to. And so maybe if you take a minute and you breathe and do some of this stuff, then you can respond in a better way.
Sometimes it's excusing yourself to go to the bathroom. When someone comes in from work and they're like, blah, 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 you're like, oh no, they're at it again. well, you're just going to go into your program.
Yeah.
But if you have that awareness to say, I need to go to the bathroom. You go in the bathroom and you start grounding, breathing. Now, there's other things. You can simply just take your hand on your chest and move it to the left shoulder and just say, I'm safe, I'm connected, I'm loved, I'm safe, I'm connected. What that does is we have this up and down energy. And when we're in stress, it's going backwards. And by simply taking your hand and moving it towards your left shoulder, you actually change the direction and move it forward, which allows you to think better. There's also another one, which is a right-left balancing and a front and back. I won't get into these. We've done videos on these. I'll put the link down below. Then there's EFT. Now, I know EFT is longer, but imagine you had to make a very big decision in the next 10 minutes and you're totally feeling whacked and all the stress is coming out. If you do a tapping, that can really bring you back to center. So you can think clearly. That takes 2 to 3 minutes. But if you have the time, that's a good one. Sometimes just tapping here, so these are your sore spots, which are underneath your collarbone. Tapping here can really snap you out of something. Now, sometimes if I'm in a meeting and let's say I'm getting pulled into work that I don't want and I'm feeling everyone coming at me, well, I can't just sit there and start tapping, or I can breathe, but sometimes that doesn't work. So what I'll do is I'll cross my hands and on my knees underneath the table, just tap my knees back and forth like that. Children, if they're scared, they naturally do this sometimes because they know the crossing pattern and the tapping actually can bring them into a sense of grounding.
Wow.
So another cool thing to do is I go outside because if you fall, you can fall in the grass, is spinning around. If you're on the north side of the hemisphere and you spin to the right, you actually helps healing of the body. And when you spin to the left, it helps rebalance.
How long do you have to spin for?
Just, a few times because you get pretty dizzy.
Yeah.
Right? I don't like spinning, but go with the intention. I'm spinning to feel better. That's why lots of kids naturally spin.
Oh, yeah.
It actually helps heal them and rebalance them.
I hope you're taking notes because there was a lot of tips in there really, really fast. So you can watch this again.
And I'll put that, we'll put that in the description, and you can, and if I think of any others, there's so many out there. There's another one where you have your gamut, you can tap on your gamut, or some people just have a special place on their head they like to tap to help rebalance. These are all different acupuncture points that you can tap into. But the easiest go-to is breathe. Talk to yourself. I got this. I'm safe. Ask for help. So easy.
Yeah.
So ask Mother Earth, please give me your loving energy. Your cells will love that.
Yeah, and sometimes it's good to have prompts throughout your house, little sticky notes where you can write breathe just to remember to breathe till it becomes a habit. I started breathing at every red light. So when I get a red light when I'm driving, I breathe and I appreciate that I'm safe and everybody around me is doing their thing to keep everybody safe, and I don't get stressed at the wheel anymore.
Oh, that's actually really great. Yeah.
So you work it into your day somewhere, and it starts to become a habit because that's what it needs to be, really.
The second nature.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just be kind to yourself as you're learning, but there's a lot you can learn to rebalance and recenter, and the importance of it again is to reset and see things in a more open view with a more open mind, and then solutions come in and things become so much easier.
Yeah, that's great advice. That's like a hack for yourself.
Absolutely.
Like an easy hack. So we're all about easy, quick wins because we know how busy you are and we know how hard life can be. So give us a call if there's anything that you need support with. We're at www.sobrilliant.ca. See you soon, folks.
Thank you for joining us.
If you have any questions or comments, visit us at sobrilliant.ca.
Sending you lots of love and light. Until next time.